It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's superstar running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Tigers and the Ravens on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Tigers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. Their offense is a unit. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The sack recorded and now it's second down. Now Cutler. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, they get off the field.
And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And they will take over first and 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. But not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drop.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
2 And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Tigers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Play action. Cutler. And his throw is incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one, That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Cutler. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 3rd down, Cutler. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. After 7-0. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Cutler. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Cutler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis. Now Cutler on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Trying to find Caldwell, but it's intercepted. And some room to work. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And no surprise to see that one. back to the air. Cutler after the pick six. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They go play action now. Cutler. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He was wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 3. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's Miller complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Tigers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Taken down at the 42.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
They'll throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Cutler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Cutler. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Ravens are able to... Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And it's... They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd down, Cutler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, it's Cutler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the red zone now, here's Cutler on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. And the Ravens are... as they'll start at their own 7. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and 10, it's Cutler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And Caldwell's got it over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, it's Cutler. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, Cutler. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we...
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cutler. flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trucks over him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now they try the right side here. The solid stiff arm. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So that one will They'll get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So the Ravens now down on the scoreboard. 1:55 remaining. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display. Now, Cutler on first down. Hold in here, Caldwell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Cutler on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
Well, pardon me, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.